lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Lost and Found by Satur. I hope I'm saying the name correctly like I said last time, but honestly I really enjoyed listening to Golden Night, so I thought I would check this one out today and see what I can expect. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel, and while you're at it, why not leave a like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I am just super excited to get into this video, so let's go. Already. It's looking beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh. I can't explain what just happened there, but I feel like instantly his voice, genuinely, I'm crying. His voice was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I think it was just a little like acoustic guitar moment and just a beautiful setting and his voice just being so gorgeous. That literally I feel like just touched my soul in a way. Oh my gosh. I need to hear some of that again. Wow. His voice is stunning. Little vocal flips. Ooh. That beat as well kicking in. This one's just literally one of those ones that's going to break your heart, isn't it? And I feel like that's already happening with me right now because it's just that sense of, you know, almost like knowing that that relationship and that bond felt so right, but also there was some reasoning as to why that sort of bond, like you said, severed, you know. There was a reason why it just didn't work out, but just saying like, you know, it's that sense of somebody's heart drifting away and that sense of love just disappearing over time, you know. And it's almost irreparable. Like you can't fix it, you can't revive it. Once it's changed, there's no going back, you know. It's just that sense of overcoming almost that loss of a person in a way. And I think my heart actually is just going to melt with this one because it's just so heartbreakingly beautiful and his voice is so gorgeous. Oh my god. Just like I really want to be able to go back to the person I was, but since I discovered this sense of love and how beautiful it felt, I feel like I just can't even begin to think of living a life without that sense of love being in it in a way. Like how do I go back to forgetting how it felt to feel that way, you know, to feel how good it was in that moment. Oh my gosh, my heart feels like it's breaking in two. This song is so beautiful. His voice is unreal. Absolutely. Like, there's something about his voice as well. It just genuinely, it just hits so hard, doesn't it? Every single vocal, you just feel that emotion just drawing you in further and further into just that sense of just spiraling into everything that he's saying. And it's just unbelievably beautiful. Oh my gosh, no. Like my heart is shattered like glass because of you, and I just want to be able to say, you know, like one last goodbye, to really have that sense of closure, because you've left this space in my heart that I can't physically get past, you know? You've just left this sense of hollowness now. And it's like, what am I meant to do? How am I meant to go on after just being left without really understanding that depth of what happened in a way? And that lyric there, before our paths crossed, I wonder how beautiful my life was. that feels so like complex in and of itself, because it is just like to feel that sense of love and to be loved in return is so incredibly beautiful. It can be such an amazing thing, you know. It's almost like because of how hurt you are from being in that relationship, it's like in a way the beauty of that sense of love is now tainted, and it's like, was my life before knowing what love is more beautiful because I didn't have to, you know, overcome this pain and feeling this absolute just agony and losing you? You know, was my life before more beautiful without that sense of love in it? And like, just thinking of that question, it's so sad, isn't it? Because it is almost like love is such an amazing thing. But I think when you've been hurt, it can almost seem like the easier solution to just almost go back to being almost like isolated within yourself. And I think just that feeling, you know, of just isolation, even in this music video as well, just him being on his own, you know, just going through this almost like deserted forest in a way. It is just like you're sort of trying to overcome that heartbreak by sort of like excluding yourself from being able to love again in a way. It's just heartbreaking.
เราก็คงยิ้มได้มากมายมองดูดอกไม้ได้ต่างไปใจที่ไม่เคยมีเธอคงง่ายเกินให้รำไหมฉันจะดูงดงามเท่าไรตอนนี้คงพบเจอกับใครคนที่กอดตัวฉันไว้คงได้ไม่ใช่เธอ
The vocals are just absolutely gorgeous. But again, just that sense of like, if I hadn't met you, I feel like it just would have been easier because I wouldn't have known what it felt like to be in that place, you know, where it is just like everything feels so perfectly beautiful in that bubble, you know. And now that you've like shattered that whole picture, it's like, how do I even think about ever having that again with anybody? Because, you know, I thought it was that sense of just like the ultimate dream of what I could have wanted, and now it's like that picture almost shifts in a way, because it's how do you then go on to feel that way for somebody else when you've been left so incredibly hurt by that person, you know? It's just, I feel like this song is just trying to overcome all of that, you know, overcome all of those emotions and try and push past, even though it's difficult to get through. I just think that sense of really just having to overcome all of the emotions, you know, in this song, it really is just so powerful and so beautiful. And honestly, this whole music video, the videography is gorgeous. Like these shots with just the light shining through, you know, that sense of warmth shining through, and then transitioning to, you know, him on his own in that forest in the cold, like dragging literally his whole life, it feels like, behind him, because he's just been left with all of that now, you know, on his own to bear himself. It's just like that drastic difference, just so absolutely incredible in terms of imagery, but also just so like heartbreaking. Like I keep on saying, I feel like this song just is so incredibly heartbreaking. That power in his vocal. Oh my. My heart literally feels like it's gonna just, I don't know, explode with just like sadness. It's so sad. What is she doing? What is she actually doing? This is, oh gosh. It's just like playing with that sense of love, you know, having such a good thing, but just almost like in this sense, it feels like she just still wants more in a way. Like she's just still wanting more, even though it's good, you know, even though that sense of love is good and it's in a good place. It's just like it's not enough almost in a way. And him just being like trapped in that. Oh. I love how she's in the all black outfit as well. Like that sense of darkness taking over. No. Oh, this shot is so beautiful. It literally is just like you've got that sense of hope for tomorrow. You know, you have that sense of hope for the future. It might seem different, and you might not be able to feel the same way again so openly and vulnerably, but it is just like, you reaching into that sense of self and really just focusing on making yourself stronger, and that being like the key thing in this whole moment, like letting go of all that darkness, letting go of who that person was, that was such a massive part of your life, and just trying to overcome that to move forward for yourself, to focus on you rather than being wrapped up in, that situation that just almost in a sense never really was, because even though you felt so deeply in that sense of love, it is almost like for that person to shatter your heart like glass. Like it just feels like that sense of love just wasn't properly felt in the same way. And I think just moving on now and seeing this whole shot here where it is just like you're leaving that sense of coldness for that sense of warmth, and trying to find that sense of light again. It's just gorgeous. Like you trade places, be able to find that sense of freedom and light again. The vocals are beautiful. Wow. That was absolutely stunning. I just absolutely thought this song was so incredibly beautiful and just so sad and emotional, and just all of those feelings bundled into one. I think just that overall feeling in this song of, being so hurt after experiencing that beauty of love, and that really just tarnishing almost that sense of love going forward. Especially in the beginning of the song, I feel like it definitely felt a little bit more like you were stuck in that place of, feeling like you'd never be able to really move on, and feeling like, all of that pain and hurt just would never, go away. But I think as we went through and progressed through the song, I think the more hope there felt within the lyrics and within the song itself. I think ultimately at the end there, seeing almost that sense of him trade places with his past self. It's almost like you can't change the past. You can't physically, you know, completely let go of everything that happened and change the situation. But what you can do is you can hold those memories in some sort of place in your heart and know that that was a time when, you got to experience that sense of love, even if it ended in hurt. But you still have that opportunity to continue on moving forward. You can't change the past, but you can almost look towards a brighter future and hope and keep on, dreaming for that sense of love again, despite being hurt, despite having all of that negative emotion towards the situation that happened. All you can do is really sit with your feelings, sit with, that sense of emotion, go through the roller coaster that is, after everything that happened, and just try and heal again for yourself, not for anybody else, but just for you to be able to feel a sense of yourself again, because it almost is like since the whole situation you've changed in a way. I think just that sense of being able to discover yourself again after being hurt so badly, it just It just was so beautiful in this song, but genuinely, this one was so heartbreaking. It was so beautiful. I'm loving seeing more of his music. So if you have any other recommendations, please let me know in the comments. I really, really am just enjoying this journey. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.